hate? That's right, cousin. I can hear it now. All sizes, shapes, and colors, too. Hear me good as I say to you. I can hear it, too, Methuselah. Him-hoo-lo, him-hoo-lo, ha-hoo-lo, ha-hoo-lo, ha-hoo-lo. Ain't got no time to hate.
Love's a game you don't want to lose. All depends on how well you choose. Play it cool, you've got to be smart. Use your head, don't just trust your heart. Think instead, from the very start. Keep it cool, you've got to be smart. Picking out the right one is sometimes rough to do. But baby, be a bright one. It's really up to you. Now, hear me, don't say yes till you're good and sure. Don't just guess, don't be immature. Keep it cool, you've got to be smart. You've got to be smart. You gotta be smart. Picking out the right one is sometimes rough to do. But baby, be a bright one. It's really up to you. Now hear me, don't say yes till you're good and sure. Don't just guess, don't be immature. Just be cool. Keep it cool, play it cool, you gotta be smart.
Sloan?
Good morning, Sally. Oh, if I was 18 and on the surfboard.
But, Mr. Sloan, I've always had a passion for older men.
Thanks a lot.
What took you so long? I've been calling you.
So the newsboy down on the corner said.
Jackson, do you always have to have the last word?
Only when your first ones put me on the defensive.
Sit down.
Look, Dio, I've got to get these counts out today. Would you check them?
Sit down, Connie.
Connie? Something really is bothering you, Dio.
Have Mr. Sloan come in here.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Please.
Yes, sir.
Connie, I've been knifed.
You've been knifed? What? Who?
Morning, Dio. Jackson?
Hello, Nick.
Want to see me, Dio?
Yeah. Have a chair. How's everything going, Nick?
Fine.
Nick, why did you do it?
Why'd I do what?
Come on, the next time you use the knife, don't leave any footprints.
Wait a minute, Dio. What did Nick do?
He tried to steal the amalgamated account, that's what he did.
Where'd you get that idea, Dio?
Cut it out. Stab me, okay, but don't play cute. You know I never make a positive statement unless I can back it up all the way.
All right, let's assume I did try and steal the amalgamated account. So what? What's so wrong about that? It's only something you taught me. Protect yourself at all times.
Protect? How protected can you be? You know I've been promising you a vice presidency.
Yeah, I know. Christmas is coming, too. All I know is I don't have it yet.
Because you're not ready. Listen, young man, you don't know all the answers.
I'm always willing to learn a few more from you, Dio.
All right. For your final lesson, the next time you try to steal an account from me, pick a company where the president's private secretary is not on my payroll.
Private secretary on his payroll. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a final lesson. I get your message. You know, Dio, there's something I never told you. I hate the advertising business.
How lucky for you that you're not in it anymore.
Yeah?
Anywhere.
Afternoon.
Howdy.
There's a nice day, isn't it?
Maybe.
Went off the main road a while ago. Got lost. Can you tell me the way back?
Nope. But I could show you. I'm going to prayer meeting. It just happens to be actually in the same direction.
Prayer meeting. You don't say.
I just did.
Yeah. Hop in.
How do you get in this blame thing?
You open the door, turn around, sit down, close the door.
I know enough to do that last part.
Mr. Maddox, can't tell you how happy I am you brought me to this prayer meeting.
You just did.
When will the proceedings get underway? I mean, the meeting.
As soon as the preacher gets here.
When does... Say, isn't he cute? Who's he?
Who's who?
That little kid.
Ain't no little kid. That's the Reverend.
Come on, that little fella? You're putting me on.
Oh, I ain't. Methuselah's been preaching for about 4 years.
He can't be much older than that himself.
Oh, yes, he can. Methuselah, he just looks young. He's going on to 8-year-old now.
Yeah, but...
But about it, I ought to know he's my grandson. He's getting ready to start now.
Sinners! Old ones and beginners! The purpose of this here meeting is to bring us a good Lord's greeting and to remind you of one message. The Lord, He gives to you. Though He give us quite a few, this one's of most import to you and you, all of you. Him who loves ain't got time to hate. Him who loves ain't got time to hate. 24 hours in a day and night. If they're filled with love, who's got time to fight? Him who loves ain't got time to hate. Her who loves ain't got time to hate. Her who loves ain't got time to hate. A gossiping woman is the devil's delight, but you hold her tongue if you treat her right. Her who loves ain't got time to hate. Us who love ain't got time to hate. Us who love ain't got got tons of hate, all sizes, shapes, and colors too. Hear me good as I say to you. Him who loves, him who loves, her who loves, her who loves, us who loves. They got no time to hate. Yeah, yeah!
Howdy, Reverend.
Howdy, cousin.
Just thought I'd tell you how much I enjoyed your sermon.
Thank you kindly. Nice of you to say so.
It was powerful. I might add, very inspiring.
I didn't realize it was that good. Stranger on these parts, aren't you?
Yes. Name's Sloan. Nick Sloane.
Well, now, Mr. Sloan, I'm sure glad to have met up with you. Where are you from?
Well, out west. Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Well, well, well.
I can tell by the way you said that you don't have much respect for Los Angeles. Matter of fact, that's the reason I'm here. See, I've been looking for someone, and I think you're it.
Methuselah, if?
That's right, son. You see, we're building a church in Los Angeles. A big church. And it's going to take a powerful preacher. And after what I heard, I think Reverend is the right man for the job.
Well, now, that's mighty kind of you all, but I just don't...
Be a real missionary's work, Reverend. Because if ever a whole city needed help, it's Los Angeles.
You know, you're a powerful good talker yourself. Thank you kindly, but really...
I don't want to rush you, Reverend. You just take your time. There's a lot to consider. The most important thing is where you can do the most good.
What kind of place is this, Los Angeles, really, cousin?
May I, Reverend? Brothers, sisters, cousins, let me tell you about Los Angeles, that city of angels. Is there an E flat in the house? The gals were nothing but sin, sin, nothing but sin. Nothing but sin. Hear me now. L.A. is full of nothing but sin, sin, nothing but sin. That's your town of angels.
Mr. Sloan, I reckon you and me got some work to do.
Jerry. Jerry? Yeah. You want to see that Jerry Grayson bit now?
Yeah.
Quiet! Quiet! Shut up! All right, boys and girls. Mr. Grayson, you're up. All right, Fred, camera 1. Jack, camera 2, and keep the zoom working. Bob, camera 3. All right, Mr. Grayson, you're away.
A quick poem?
Mary had a little cat, whose fleece was black as soot. And into Mary's bowl of milk his sooty-footy put. 8 years, the actors laughed, direct this dum-dum. Now, you take cops in Los Angeles. They never wanted to become cops. They wanted to be movie stars. They're all 6'4", blue eyes, black hair, gold lame helmets.
Oh, hi, Connie.
Well, Everybody's happy, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me, fellas. Here, you want to sit down?
No, I didn't really. I just wanted to bring these outlines for the new commercial film. Now, look, Jerry, if they're okay, I'll set a writer to work on them right away.
Okay. Got any plans for lunch?
Love to. Haven't got a minute today, you know, do you?
Oh, yeah. Well, look, I'll get these as soon as I can, right after lunch.
Huh? If there's anything wrong, just give me a call.
Yeah. Connie. I'll get to these as soon as I can, right after lunch.
You just said that.
Oh. Yes, I did. Well, I mean, if you're in a rush.
No rush, Jerry. Bye.
Bye.
That girl crazy?
I'm acting like a jerk. I know it's so. Still, no matter what I tell myself, it doesn't work. Oh, why must I care for the one that I care for? Someone who does not care for me. Why can't I thrill to the one I should thrill to? Someone who could love lastingly. Why must I want the one that I shouldn't, the one who just couldn't be mine? When just for asking my heart could be basking in love that would be real and fine. Oh, why do I act so when all of the facts show that acting this way is the norm? Why must I care for the one that I care for instead of the one that I own? It's stupid and childlike and so utterly wildlike. I'll stop it. I'll stop it. You see.
Didn't your mother ever tell you to look both ways before crossing the street? Here. Over here. Cigarette?
No, thanks.
You know it's not entirely coincidence my being here.
Oh?
D.O.
Dio.
Yeah, he called me earlier, said that you were working on the new amalgamated commercials.
He did.
Mm-hmm. He asked me, would I mind stopping by and giving you my suggestions? Anyway, I got there just in time to see you leave, so I did what any normal 200% red-blooded American boy would do. I took the elevator up to the top floor, did 3 pirouettes, and jumped off. Kerplop. Is there something wrong? Hey, Connie.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Jerry. No, there's nothing wrong. It's just that, well, for starters, we weren't even working on your commercials tonight.
You weren't?
No. It takes a second or two to get used to the idea that Dio is trying to arrange my life.
Well, we can't let Dio's efforts go to waste, can we? Let's go somewhere, have a drink. You look like you could use one.
I really am very tired, and I've got an early morning tomorrow.
Tell you what, one drink, I promise not to tell you the story of my life.
Maybe I would like to hear it.
You see, our first argument. Now, come on, let's go before we make up. You know what this calls for?
Champagne.
Well, what else do you drink when you're fishing?
You know, you really are a strange guy.
Well, you really are a beautiful girl.
I was wrong about you.
About me?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well, I was about to say anybody in your business who's shy is a rarity.
Well, you were wrong. I'm not shy. It's just that, well, whenever you were around, I acted like a jerk.
Well, thanks a lot.
Think nothing of it? Hey, you gossip me.
How can you tell?
Well, because it's jumping up and down. Reel it in.
Like this?
Yeah. No, wait a minute. Not so fast. Look, no, not so fast. No, not so fast. Listen, you could... Hit somebody right in the face with it.
You want to wake up my mother?
I didn't know you lived with your mother.
I don't. Tonight, I had a marvelous time. That's the milk, then. Mother, did you forget something? You want to kiss me goodnight? You don't want to kiss me.
Sometime. When the moon is exactly right. Be with it.
No more of this when we get to the city, huh, Methuselah? I reckon not, cousin. You don't sound too certain, Methuselah. We are going, aren't we? You do believe Brother Sloan. Well, he's a little slick for my taste. But, oh, I ain't saying he's wrong. It's just that, well, you two have heard me preach about looking before you leave. Now, Methuselah, you gotta look before you leave. You gotta look before you leap. It's easy to jump, though you may hit a bump unless you look before you leap. You gotta look before you leap. You gotta look before you leap. Ain't saying quit, just you hold up a bit and look before you leap. Too many moves are made before folks have time to think. Though things look great, a little wait won't matter while you teeter-totter on the brake. So look before you leap. You gotta look before you leap. One moment stop is wise before you hop. Realize and look before you leap. That's good advice. Just stop and think twice. And look before you leap.
Walking's better, huh?
Oh, it's not me I'm worried about. It's him.
A natural-born animal lover. Oh, honestly, Jerry, you know, your tennis is really terrible. And your bicycling, well, you're no champ. You know that. But the horseback we won't even talk about.
At golf, I'm really bad. But at water skiing, I mean...
You forget it.
Wait a minute. Now, there is one thing.
I thought you said 7.
I mean, after all, I don't want to be late for that concert.
Jerry, I've really got to hurry or I'm not going to be ready.
So much for the President's message from Washington. That ends the Amalgamated Steel Hourly News Report.
Use Amalgamated Steel.
You're terrific, Mr. Harper. To be specific, Mr. Harper, you're a man of action, thoughtful too. I feel so protected when I'm with you. terrific, Mr. Harper. You're a dream come true, Mr. Harper. Just because you're you, Mr. Harper. You're so wise, so calm, so very strong. Why are you so right? And the time so wrong.
But even so, Mr. Harper, honestly, you're terrific.
It's stress, strain, proven. Use amalgamated.
Hello?
Miss Connie Jackson?
Yes, this is she.
Long distance calling. Go ahead, please. I have your party.
Hi, Jackson.
Nick? Well, where are you?
I'm in Arkansas. How are you?
I'm fine, Nick. But I know you too well. Now tell me why the call.
I can't really explain it to you over the phone, except I've discovered the TV natural of all times. I need somebody in L.A. I can trust.
No go, Nick. I work for D.O. Griggs, remember?
Your misplaced sense of ethics in any way. There are no clients involved, I swear it.
Very well, Nick.
I need somebody to put in a word for me. You know the TV producer? Jerry Harper?
Jerry Harper?
Cousin, this your foolishness has gone far enough. Whoever heard of sermonizing to a doggone bar?
Okay, cut it. He's great, right? What do you think, Jerry?
All right, what do I think?
It's funny. It's very funny. You show you the greatest natural since night baseball, and you make jest. And I'm practically giving him to you.
Oh, you're giving him to me.
Right. With two cousins thrown in free. Jerry, this kid's got everything. He's cute as they come, got a great personality, got a marvelous talent. He's unspoiled, and he's got the mountain technique of sermon singing down to a T. And he's an ordained minister.
Minister?
Yeah, he's been preaching since he was 6 years old. He's got a certificate from the Church of the Circle of the Humane Brotherhood.
Church of the... Sloan, you're out of your mind.
You are, if you pass him up. You give this kid 15 minutes a week and you'll have the highest rating on TV. So don't believe me. I ask you, what are the three biggest advertising gimmicks? Kids, dogs, and gorgeous women, right?
Who am I to argue?
Jerry, I tell you, it's a natural.
I don't know, Sloan.
It's obvious, Jerry. Give us one audition show, and if it doesn't go, that's it.
The potential's there, but...
What's the problem?
In 2 words, Nicholas Sloan. Now, I don't dislike you. It's just that I don't trust you.
That's not fair, Jerry.
Harper, let me tell you the facts of life. A, I don't dislike you either. B, the boy's a great talent and you know it. C, I control him. And D, there are other networks.
Save me the rest of your alphabet, please.
And E, do you buy him or don't you?
I'll let you know after I see the pilot.
That's all I wanted to hear.
And Sloan, let's say we keep our cards on the table.
Ah, an ethical character with such a suspicious mind. Talk money after the show. How soon can you schedule it?
You name it.
2 weeks, okay?
Fine.
Let's go, Jackson. We got a lot of work to do.
I'll be there in a minute, Nick. I want to talk with Jerry.
Meet you back at the office.
Office. Well, he was pretty sure of himself, wasn't he? And of me. So, you're leaving Griggs?
Nick wants me to work with him.
What did Dio say when he told him that?
Same thing you're going to. Jerry, about the last few weeks. Really, I can't remember when I had more fun.
Forget it. Man, Moon just didn't make it this trip.
You really are a marvelous guy.
No, not really. Only when somebody marvelous is involved.
Well, I better be going.
Connie. I shouldn't say this, but, he's not for you.
You're right, Jerry. You sure?
At any rate, I'm sticking my neck out with him, you know that. Now, I trust you. If he decides to pull something, I don't know what, but if there is anything, I'm sure he'll find it. I would like to be warned before the knife.
Mr. Sloan meant what he said, Mr. Maddox. Why don't you come with us?
No, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. You take an old-timer like me out of these hills, and I'd be just about as useful as a dipper without the handle, and just about out of place, too.
I can't argue that. But if you won't come with us, I'll see to it the boys are happy.
I'm sure you will. Now, I'll tell you something else. I wasn't particularly keen on letting Methuselah and the boys go neither. Until I met you, that is. Now, I just ain't got to worry at all.
You don't have to have.
You see, them kids are something special to all us folks down here. Ever since this gift to us.
Give to you?
Yes, you're right. I said give to us, to all of us. Oh, I'm raising them, or rather, they're raising me. They fuss over me and call me grandpa. But we ain't actually really kin. I mean, Methuselah, Zebediah, and Noah, they just seem to belong to all of us right from the start. I was just the one that found them.
You found them?
Yeah. See that spot right over there?
Under the tree?
Well, one night it was just storming and raining and lightning, and there sat the three of them, just babies all hunkered up together, snoozing through it all, just like it's the middle of an Indian summer afternoon.
You mean somebody just left them there?
Yeah.
And you never found out who?
Never did. That's how come I give them their name. You take Methuselah. I just figured if a baby could last through all of that without so much as getting a nose drip, that young'un is bound to live through anything.
That's right. Methuselah lived 900 years. Noah, your name's, of course, because of the rain. But Zebediah, I don't quite place that one.
Oh, I named him after an old laundry uncle of mine. Oh, he's a corker. Okay, fellas, time to go.
Right with you, cousin.
Anyway, it's almost right from the start. We all know that Methuselah was meant to be somebody.
Well, Grandpa, time's come.
Yeah, I know. You take care, boys. Now, hear me?
You take care, too, Grandpa. And don't forget to take your store-bought teeth out of your head every night. And go easy on the tails. And don't forget to eat yourself a good breakfast in the morning. And here, I made out a list of things for you not to forget. Come on, miss. That there airplane ain't about to wait forever.
We'll mail you a letter every day, I promise.
Thank you, ma'am, and I'll get Tessie Bell to read it to me every morning.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Grandpa.
I'm gonna miss you too, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the General Broadcasting Corporation and its affiliated stations are privileged to bring to you the television Tabernacle. 15 minutes of inspirational words and music. Reverend Methuselah Jones officiating.
When you're weary and you're tired and your life is uninspired, turn to the Reverend Methuselah Jones. If your spirit's low and sinking, don't start sinning or a-drinking. Just turn to the Reverend Methuselah Jones. Oh, the Lord done give him power to help your darkest hour. So turn to the Reverend Methuselah Jones. Turn to the Reverend Methuselah Jones.
Oh, yes, Lord.
Turn to the Reverend Methuselah Jones. Shout amen and hallelujah. Let him get his message to ya. Just turn to the Reverend Methuselah
Brothers, sisters, cousins, I'm here to remind you of one message the Lord He gives to you. Him who loves ain't got no time to hate.
Dear Grandpa Maddox, I find it hard to realize that so much has happened in the 6 weeks since Methuselah and the boys arrived in Los Angeles. We expected the Tabernacle to be a success, but nothing as big as it is. But what makes me happiest is the boys' reaction to it. Any other children would have heads as big as pumpkins now. But these three haven't changed one single bit.
Oh! I'm sorry, boys, but it's time to go to bed.
But Miss Connie...
No arguments, Methuselah. Come on, lights out. You know, I promised your grandfather I'd take care of you while you were in town. And a promise is a promise. Oh, during the day you may be Reverend of TV Tabernacle, but at night in this house, you're just a little boy who needs a sleep. And the same goes for you, Zeb and Noah.
I ain't even tired.
You're too exhausted to know just how tired you are.
But look what the clock says. It only...
Oh, it only says that it's too late for little boys to argue that it's too early to go to bed. Now, that's what it says.
You read clocks different from me, then.
Well, you just take another look, then. Plain as the nose on your face, it says that... It's resting time, it's resting time. The sun is sinking down below the west in time. When the day
to drop. If you aren't even stirring, it's still time to stop, because it's resting time, resting time. The evening comes and chases daylight just in time. Close your eyes, my love, so your cares will melt away. In the night they'll be forgotten, and you'll start a brand new day. But now it's resting, 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 resting.
Kids asleep?
Sam.
Yeah, I never told you this, but I don't know what I'd do without you.
Forget it.
No, I mean it. Kids love you. Everybody loves you. They think you're the greatest. Take me, I rub people the wrong way.
You never seemed to lose any sleep over it before, did you?
Well, I don't tend to now. I mean, I'm not out to win a popularity contest, but I'm getting at it. You seem to do things so naturally, you know. Say things, right time, right place.
Nick, you're not going to call me wholesome, are you?
No, I'm serious. Jackson, you're a sensation. I just don't know what I'd do without you.
Nick? You know, you are repeating yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Shows how serious I am. I mean,
What do you mean?
Well, hi, fellas.
Jerry, this new comic is impossible.
Come on, Philly, can't be that bad.
Can't be that bad. Subtle, I said to him. Be subtle. You know what his idea of subtle is? 3 pratfalls instead of the usual 7 in one number. 1 pie in the face per show.
Mr. Sloan and Miss Jackson are waiting in your office, and the Reverend's with them. Oh, I think he's the cutest thing.
I'll ask him to come in, would you please? Phil, can we talk about this later?
Jerry, about this subtle comic. I know, you'll talk to me later. One thing, though.
Why does everyone hate you? Well, it's very simple. You're easy to hate.
Makes sense.
Phyllis, please hold on my calls. Hello, Methuselah.
No, Terry.
Hi, Connie.
Hey, Jerry.
Hello, Nick. Sit down, please. As you know, Methuselah, we're here to talk about your sponsor. Amalgamate is offering...
Jerry, you know the show's a big hit and the response has been terrific, right?
You're right. Amalgamate is offering $2,000 per week for 3 years with options, minimum $500 raised per option, period. Only thing left to do is to sign a contract.
Jerry, we know you're sincere, but what I've been trying to tell you is that Methuselah isn't going under sponsorship.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, that's right. See, what are you telling Methuselah?
Mr. Harper, Brother Sloan and me, we've been talking. And we don't think it's fit that the gospel should get tied up with no beer or soap or steel companies or nothing.
Jerry, I know what you're thinking, and it's not nice.
You don't know half of what I'm thinking. I don't know what you're trying to pull this time, Sloan, but forget it.
Look, I admit when I brought Methuselah to you, I thought I could get very rich with him. But I never realized it was going to get as big as this. Thousands of letters from people all over the country. I tell you, he's reaching them. They believe him. They trust him.
Stop it. You're breaking my heart.
Look, Jerry, this time it is different. Nick isn't trying to pull anything. He simply feels that the Tabernacle means too much to too many people to be used as a commercial means. I happen to feel that way, too.
Connie, television is a business. You know that now. A draw like Methuselah...
It's too important to be commercialized.
Now, how do you propose to keep the Tabernacle on the air?
The same as any other church is, by contributions from its members.
Contributions?
You've seen the fan mail, Jerry. Methuselah's congregation spreads all over the country. It's interdenominational. There are no color lines, no dogmas, no prejudices, no nothing. Except people. Jerry, it's what the world has been wanting, and we've got it right here. Nick knows the people are going to support Methuselah.
He does he? Now, what's in it for you, Sloan?
Well, I'll tell you, a lot less than it would be with a sponsor like Amalgamated.
Jerry, I don't think Methuselah should be sponsored. Honestly. Do you?
Okay. We'll play it your way for a few weeks. If the contributions come in, if they're enough to pay for the show. Okay.
I told him Mr. Hoff would understand, didn't I? Thanks, Jerry. Are you coming, Nick?
No, baby. I got something I want to take care of. I'll see you later.
Mr. Harper, I kept my mouth shut during all this here talk, but I'll tell you something.
What's that, Methuselah?
If you hadn't agreed with Brother Sloan, despite the fact I'm needed so bad here, I was prepared to remove my person from this here city of iniquity.
Yes.
They're waiting for you on the set, Mr. Harper.
All right.
Okay if I walk over with you? You know, when I first met the kid, we were driving through a Hardy Express car. Tell you how much they affected me. I'm actually thinking of getting married.
Oh, come on, Jerry, please. To Connie, of course.
Of course.
Jerry,
Oh, hi, Lynn.
Oh, I'm sorry. They told me you were in here. I didn't know you were with someone. I'll stop by later.
It's all right. I was just on my way out.
I'm used to these things. Please don't let me interfere.
Please, interfere.
Now, there's a man who knows how to say the right thing at the wrong time.
Miss Lynn Hathaway, Mr. Nicholas Sloan.
Lynn Hathaway?
Yes, that's right. Of the Hathaways, oil, U.S. senators. That's her daddy.
Well. This is a pleasure. I don't believe I've ever seen $1 million so beautifully packaged, Miss Hathaway.
My, but aren't you the subtle one, Mr. Sloan? Oh, Jerry, I just dropped in to check. You will pick me up at 10.
Yeah, right after the show.
Goodbye, Mr. Sloan. I must say it's been a pleasure. I always enjoy meeting an old-fashioned boy.
He's sneaky.
Well, now, Lynn and I are just good friends. But you seem to make an impression.
What could I tell you? See you later, Jerry.
Well, that old moon may not be made of Limburger cheese after all.
Miss Hathaway? I give you a lift?
Mr. Sloan, you already have.
All right, now, the first thing is the kids walking out. Now, kind of an informal tennis outfit. Bruce? Music. All right, now, here's what I had in mind. In this first number, she's a very unusual, it's kind of an indoor ping pong and swimming outfit that I thought we would just integrate into the whole theme of the show. I have the 4 chorus girls coming out right after that. And we're going to have in the front here, I think,
Why do I see only her? Why, for me, must it be only she? You're adorable, Miss Jackson. It's deplorable, Miss Jackson, that my heart leaps up when I would say what I long to say to you. You're adorable, Miss Jackson. You're a lovely thing, Miss Jackson. You're a wisp of spring, Miss Jackson. You're a naive child, yet worldly wise. You're Miss Know-It-All with the stars in her eyes. You're adorable, Miss Jackson. You're a dream come true, Miss Jackson. Just because you're you, Miss Jackson. You're a song, a poem, a doll, a dish, the answer to my fondest wish. Miss Jackson, honestly, you're adorable.
That's about it.
I was watching you, didn't see one of them. Why don't you tell her, Jerry?
Well, you don't miss a trick, do you? Theo, some things it just doesn't pay to advertise.
So Sloan gets her by default, is that it?
I suppose, until the time and place are right.
Everybody knows he's running around with that Hathaway girl behind Connie's back.
Well, Connie does.
Jerry.
Theo, look. You're a great guy. I like you. Let's keep it that way. This is my problem. I'll have to figure it out for myself, okay?
You're right, son.
Hi, Methuselah.
Connie? Yes, Methuselah, there's say something?
Sister Connie, are you planning to marry up with Brother Sloan?
Yes, I was kind of hoping to. What makes you ask, Methuselah?
Oh, nothing. It's just that I think I'll have a talk with Brother Sloan myself.
All right. About what?
Fact of the matter is, if I was of legal age and not inclined to be the honorable man I am, I'd sure make an attempt to win you away from Brother Sloan myself.
You know what, Methuselah? You're probably just the man who could do it, too.
I reckon. You've considered this all real carefully, Sister Connie?
All right, boys. Out with it. What's going on inside those busy little heads of yours?
Just a sermon for next week.
You mean you finished it already?
Just bones. I mean, the inspiration kind of just come.
Would you like me to hear it?
You gotta look before you leap. You gotta look before you leap. Love is inclined to make young lovers blind, so look before you leap. You gotta look before you leap. You gotta look before you leap. Ain't saying quit if you hold up a bit and look before you leap. Too many moves are made before the folks have time to think. If he's your fate, a little wait. No matter while you teeter-totter, I'm the break. So look before you leap. You gotta look before you leap. One moment stop is wise before you hop. Realize and look
Before you leap. That's your advice. Stop and think twice. And look before you leap.
Hi, baby.
Oh, hi, Nick.
Hi, fellas. How's the sermon coming, Methuselah?
Not too bad, cousin.
Let's see now. You're going to preach on that it's better to give than receive, right?
Nope,
No. Is that what we decided?
that ain't what I decided.
Easy. Don't get your back up, Reverend.
I don't get my back up, cousin. That ain't mature. Come on, let's go.
Where do you fellas think you're going?
When I feel the necessity of reporting my comings and goings to anyone, cousin, you'll be the first one to know.
That's right. Sweet of you, cousin.
Boys?
Just going down to get some soda pop, Miss Connie.
Okay.
Put some gin in it.
And that, Brother Sloan, is that. Uh-oh, don't get your back up. He ain't mature. Why so serious, Methuselah?
Serious world, miss.
That doesn't mean we have to be that serious about it. Does it, dear?
I reckon animation isn't my strong point, sister. Like even in preaching, mine ain't what you might call a fire and brimstone style.
Well, whatever your style is, it's wonderful. And don't you change it.
Couldn't even if I wanted to, sister. Sister, even though I didn't show it, I did enjoy myself today. Real good.
I'm so glad, Methuselah. Because I did too.
Too bad Brother Sloan couldn't make it.
I know. He wanted to come so much. But, you know, something urgent came up at the office.
Yeah, must have been. Well, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll head down to Jim and Noah. You know, I'll act like the 8-year-old kid you're always telling me I am.
Dear Grandpa, the boys and I have been having a wonderful time these last few weeks. Poor Nick's been too busy to join us. What with all the late-night meetings he's had to have at the networks. It's getting so that we hardly see him after office hours. Still, I guess that's part of the business.
Sorry I'm late, baby. Charlie, my usual, huh? Reverend hung me up again.
Sloan, if you weren't such a rodent, and if I didn't always get hung up on rodents, I'd drop you but quick. Maybe I will anyway.
That's what I love about you, baby. You put things in such a ladylike way.
Like your Miss Jackson.
Easy now.
Aren't we touchy, though?
Now, wait a minute. Jackson's a great girl.
Then what are you doing here?
What do you think? Perfect, I'm not.
You won't get any argument from me on that.
Now, look, Lynn. Jackson's a nice girl that wants the whole knight in shining armor bit, which I'm very good at. But you're like me. You take people the way they are. Come on.
So that's my problem. You. Louse. Nick, here comes trouble in a blue tie.
You're so right. Evening, Reverend. What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm here on business, brother. Kind of a personal investigation on some of these here flesh pots and dens of Satan you told me about. Looks like you're doing a little investigating too, cousin. Only you got a committee to help. Ma'am, if you'll excuse us, I'd appreciate a word with Brother Sloan, alone.
Nick, if you think any pint-sized kid is going to tell me what to do.
You have someplace to go, right?
Yes, sirree, a right comely sinner. Cousin, you aren't fixing to pull no fast ones, are you?
Fast ones?
I'm referring to Miss Connie.
What about Miss Connie?
You are planning to marry up with her. You did tell her that.
Sure.
Then how come you're messing around with that lady there?
Reverend, just gonna have to wait till you get older to understand.
Might be you're right, cousin. You know, I just got me a new text for this week's sermon. Thank you, cousin. Don't look in any other pastures, for you check if your own ain't green. Don't look in any other pastures, till in your own you've seen all that's to be seen. Don't look in any other backyard, 'cause you're used to what's in your own. Don't look in any other backyard, 'cause from afar what looks living might be stone. Oftentimes you go seeking for what you've already got, and oftentimes what you find instead is something that you'd rather not. So don't look in any other pastures, just 'cause you want to pick and choose. Don't look in any other pastures. Look in any other pastures. Or what's in your own, you may lose.
Dio, I'm sorry about that amalgamated stunt.
I don't believe you.
No, I really am.
I doubt it, especially not since the way everything turned out.
Well, I'm not sorry about the results. I'm sorry about the cause.
Well, well, well. What do we do now? Put a light in the window and say, come home, son. All is forgiven. Is that it?
Okay, Dio, you want the truth?
That'll be a new experience for you, wouldn't it, Nick?
I wouldn't come back if you offered me the presidency.
There's nothing to worry about.
And what I said before was just an apology, nothing more or less. Either take it or leave it.
You seriously expect me to believe you're changed?
Dio, I don't care if you believe me or not. But the truth is, I could have made a lot of money from that boy had to let him sign with Amalgamated.
You got an angle there.
No, that was last year.
But no more, huh? Straight as an arrow, eh, Nicky boy? All the way.
All the way.
And what about Jackson? She's walking around with so many stars in her eyes, she can't even see the two-time everybody knows you're pulling with a Hathaway girl.
You know, Dio, you got a problem. You believe everything you hear or read. So you tell her. You were Harper.
We're afraid to. She wouldn't believe it.
Well, so am I, and that's the truth. Till I met Lynn Hathaway, I thought Jackson was the real thing. I'd tell her, but I just don't know how.
Oh. You don't want to hurt her until you have to, huh? Why don't you cut it out, you great big-hearted, wonderful guy, you? You mean you still have use for her?
Those are your words, Dio. And get one thing straight. Christmas is here. And as far as this deal is concerned, I'm as big a man as you are, and I don't have to take anything from you or anybody else. What are you laughing at?
The idea of you thinking you're big. The only thing big about you, punk, is your colossal gall.
That's all, Harper.
Goodbye, Nick.
Nick! Jerry, what's going on here?
I tell you, he's a constant surprise. With a better left hook, he'd win the title.
Pardon me, you Nick with Sloan?
Look, if it has to do with the Tabernacle, we have an office on Vine Street. Just call and make an appointment, huh?
You Miss Constance Jackson? And that's Reverend Jones?
Yes, that's right.
What is this?
I'm from the Internal Revenue Office.
Yeah?
I'm from the District Attorney's Office, and here's something for each of you.
For what? We'd just like to inquire about the money that's been coming in.
Well, I take care of that. It all goes into a fund for the Tabernacle.
Well, ma'am, the District Attorney feels that most of it's coming out of the fund and going into somebody's pocket.
I'm begging the Reverend's pardon.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
No need to get riled up, cousin. Let's just show the district attorney that we ain't done nothing wrong.
Yes, cousin. Let's.
Before you say anything, remember what the man said. We're absolutely clean.
Legally clean, maybe. But what about you and me? Are you clean with us, Nick?
Look, Jackson, no lectures. I took some expenses.
Some expenses.
Yeah, some expenses like any other business.
Business? You mean to say the Tabernacle was just any other business to you?
Aren't you letting this thing get a little out of perspective? Tabernacle's just a non-profit tax-free organization. The only way a man can make ends meet is to pad expenses. We're not the only ones that are doing it.
And that makes it right.
Well, it's not wrong. Quit acting like it. You gotta grow up.
Nicky, darling!
Jackson, will you sit down, please? Now, look, I've done nothing wrong.
I know, Nick. I heard the lawyers, too, remember?
With all that's been going on, I don't need the sarcasm.
Need? Oh, Nick, don't fool yourself. You don't need anything or anybody.
How many times...
Nicky, darling. I came as soon as I heard. Is everything all right? I called Daddy, and he told me he was going to do everything possible.
Yeah, everything's fine. Connie, this is Lynn Hathaway.
Oh, I didn't see.
It's all right. Neither did I. Good luck, Miss Hathaway. He's all yours.
He has been. Since the first day we met.
Probably.
Jackson?
Let her go.
Are you nuts? If she walks out...
If she walks out.
Yes, Lynn. If she walks out, so does Reverend Methuselah.
And so you heard the whole story. He really fooled me right from the start. Alona, have I been a jerk?
Oh, no, Connie, you weren't a jerk. You had no experience. A lot of other people believed in him, too, you know.
That's no excuse, Alona. And you know, Nick really isn't all bad. He isn't malicious.
You're very wise to understand that, Connie.
The Nicks in this world don't mean to smear dirt on everything they touch. They just can't help it. Poor Nick.
Jackson, for the love of Mike, you still beating on yourself?
Oh, Donna, cut it out. She's not beating on herself. She's just trying to understand something.
Thank you. Well, it's all over, including the shouting. Nobody really got hurt except you a little bit, and maybe Methuselah.
Dio, what about Jerry Harper?
What about him?
Well, he's got every right in the world to be furious with me.
Connie. Sweet, sweet Connie. Don't ever think for a minute Harper didn't know what was going on all the time.
Yes, Jerry Harper is a real man. I'm sure he can take care of himself. I'm sure he understands it completely. This is expected of ladies who think they are in love.
I suppose so.
Stop supposing. The important thing is when you've wised up, you've got the...
It's about that.
That's it.
Donald, look, isn't that Jerry Harper?
Well, 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 well. Speak of the devil.
Well, 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 well. Dio, what did you tell him this time? You couldn't have told him we were working on Amalgamated.
Hello, Jerry.
Forgive me, darling.
Welcome aboard.
Hello, Jerry.
Hello, Lona.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. You know, Connie's been, Connie? Connie!
Donald, you didn't honestly think that she's going to stay.
Well, thanks for the effort, Dio, but as I told you, I'll pick the time and the place.
Mr. John Hurt, 6122.
Are you sure you won't change your mind, Methuselah? We were taken in, too, you know. You weren't the only one that Mr. Sloan fooled. TV Tabernacle could go on. Run more honestly this time. You know, darling, everybody loves you. Really, they do.
Ain't that I don't think everyone's intentions ain't kind. It's just that, well, I think I had enough promoting done to me to last a lifetime. Oh, I ain't blaming you, sister. I know you were hurt lots worse than me. It's just that, well, all the advertising and public relation in the world ain't gonna sell no product that don't want to be sold.
Well, what will you do, Methuselah?
Or maybe go back to preaching when I'm a little smarter. I mean, next time I do, I'm gonna...
Look before you leap.
Gonna stop before I hop.
Just promise me you won't quit.
Just gonna hold up a bit. See you, sister.
Jerry.
Forget it.
But Nick, I mean...
What, Nick? Nick who?
Somebody I knew before I grew up.
Hey, do you see what I see?
No, what?
Talk about a moon.
Prettiest ever.